And now, the new caribou, the Honorable Sir David, Emperor of Salt Lake City, Sultan of Utah, Spiritual Advisor to Questioning Mormons, the Bard Extraordinaire, Supreme Being, Alpha and Omega. Here's David.
When will the Mormons learn? This is Sir David, the Bard. Thank you for my introduction, and thank you folks for all showing up here in the studio audience. I know there's a lot of kangaroos sitting among you. Don't let that bother you. And yes, sometimes they do pee and crap on the floor, but just pretend nothing is going on. This is the David the Bard show, so let it be. Alright, here we go with Mormons with their head up their asses. That's how their garments should be sewed, you know, with their head up their asses. Then you can see the skid marks well, and they've got their head down already to bow their head and say yes. So anyway, here, let's go take a look at this guy in Sandy, Utah. Now, you know I'm down here in Australia, but I do get the news up here. Oh my gosh, it's the Desert News. Always the first and upcoming anything having to do with sex, genitals, penises, vaginas, child pornography. The Desert News gets it first because the bishops turn in the stories. Alright, here we go. Desert News. Let's see, what is the date? It must be today. Damn, I don't know why. Okay, here it is, December 11th at 3:05 p.m. Okay, Sandy Man, S-A-N-D-Y, that's a town here in Utah. Man, not here in Utah, I'm down here in Moscow, Australia, and Felix is visiting me this week from Uruguay. Sandy Man charged with making, distributing child pornography. Salt Lake City. A man arrested for allegedly producing and distributing child pornography is now facing federal charges. His name is John Christopher Ogden, O-G-D-E-N. He's 34 years old. He lives in Sandy. Was indicted in federal court. He was arrested. Utah authorities were originally alerted to Ogden by the New Zealand Department of Internal Affairs in October, according to the documents. To get busted in New Zealand, that's got to be, I don't know anything about child pornography other than, you know, don't look at it, don't produce it, don't save it. It's, you know, it takes advantage of children and young people that can't give consent. If someone's over 18 and they want to show their body, who can say no to that? Not me. Anyway, let me bring up here, they were alerted by the New Zealand Department of Internal Affairs in October. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Homeland Security were contacted in Utah. During 2 days in October, Ogden sent an undercover agent in New Zealand 13 images of a prepubescent female, some nude. The indictment states. You're not allowed to do that. That's against the law, folks. Tell the Mormons. They don't know these things. Investigators believe he took the pictures of a minor female and distributed those images to several individuals via the email, according to court records. Investigators say he was also receiving child porn from other internet users. Ogden made an initial appearance of, if convicted, he could get up to 30 years in federal for production of child pornography, in addition to 20 years for distribution of child pornography. So, there you go. Okay, what more can be said? People in Utah and LDS and Mormons, for heaven's sakes, I'm an advocate of trying to get a hold of this disease that's through Utah. You know, I'm not against naked people. I'm against naked children that can't give consent, that they're not 18 years old. I'm against that 100%. You know, anyone else that wants to take their clothes off, snap a picture, and send it to the principal of their school, I don't care. That ain't my business, you know. Anyway, please, the Mormon Church, get your head out of the sand. Get your head out of your ass and get in front of the pulpit and tell your members Knock it off. Knock it off. There are boundaries, and you're not to cross those boundaries. And we don't care if you're wearing garments or not. You are going to go to jail, and you're going to do jail time. But, you know, no matter what you say to the Mormons, they believe in a higher God. They don't believe in living here on this earth. They're peculiar people, and they're of the world, but not in the world. Well, they're out of this world. Look at their state and the mess it is in with child pornography and molestation. Thanks.